Hello everyone. Today I'd like to recommend The Forgotten Conservative, Rediscovering Grover Cleveland by John M Pafford. If you're like me, you don't even remember who Grover Cleveland is outside of maybe some forgotten memory from middle school. However, I was immediately attracted to the book because it implied that there was some greater important secret that had been forgotten about him. And it turns out that Grover Cleveland's secret is that he was actually a fantastic example of what a constitutional president is. You hear all the time on the news, my candidate is the constitutional president. Well, we need to go back to the Constitution. What does that mean? Well, Grover Cleveland is a good example of what that means. Whether you agree with anything he believed in or not, any of his policies or not, if you're ever curious about what that is, this is an excellent book to read for it. It's also great because it's a very touching story about a very strong-willed man with deep principles and the ability to make decisions that he doesn't personally agree with but are logically sound. So if you're interested in a story about people, the people in his life and his relationship with them, or you're interested in late 19th century politics and the humorous bickering that went on in Congress back then, and still does, unfortunately, I definitely recommend this book. It delves into his life leading up to the presidency itself, of course, and then all the way on to his passing. And in it, you can see how he never put on a show or abandoned his personal beliefs while president. In his own words, I tried so hard to do what is right, and reading this book, you really feel that. If you're someone like me who grew up with a mentor that had steely eyes and a kind of gruff exterior but a heart of gold, you'll definitely feel like a nostalgic connection to Cleveland himself. I'd say that just about anyone could read this book. It's definitely aimed more towards adults, but there's nothing in it that would really that I think parents would object to their children reading. Maybe you would aim for the 12 years old, 13 years old and up, anyone who has the patience for kind of reading about a less exciting president in a more complicated political times, because as the book itself even mentions, Grover Cleveland never handled a wartime emergencies or such. There were a few important decisions he made, but it was never anything crazy like Theodore Roosevelt or Andrew Jackson or George Washington. So I definitely give the book 5 out of 5 stars. I consider it a perfect book, not because it is a perfect example of a book, but it sets out and accomplishes exactly what it wanted to do. And you can find it at mesacountylibraries.org or your local library today.